know it's been a long time. It's been 2 months since I made a video, but I did get a new laptop and a camera, so I'm trying to figure out how to use that. But for right now, then using my phone will do, because I need to do a quick and updated video of, I'll just tell you in the next. So I did finally enlist into the U.S. Navy. I did have my consultation and then I enlisted. I had to do it in 2 separate days. And so, yeah. And I'm going to tell you for those 2 days. Yeah. So in the first day, I went back on, technically it was 3 days, but I went back to the hotel for MEPS because I had to have my consultation, my cardiologist consultation, which the next day I did that. My experience for a hotel was all the same, but the only difference is I had a roommate who was going into the Army. She's been in already, so she had to redo everything though, because she's been out for like a year, something like that. So she had to redo that and everything. And so, yeah, she's pretty cool. She did make it back in, but, I had my consultation done, and that morning of my consultation, I kind of did the same things as I did the first time I went to MEPS. The only difference is I was at the front of the line or the middle of the line, where sometimes the first time I went, I was at the end of the line because I was getting my medical done. But for some reason, medical was at the front of the line this time, and then the ones who were shipping out were the ends. So, yeah. But as soon as we got into the building, I went to go check into my liaison's office, and he said, wait here, I gotta print you something out because you're not, or he needed me to say my social security number, and I got my thing, and it said consultation instead of medical. And so, yeah. I waited 3 weeks after I went the first time for my consultation, and so, yep. So after I checked in my liaison's office, I got my medical documents, and then I went and sat in the cafeteria area. And they said, okay, if you're either shipping or you're here for a consultation, stay in here. But if you're supposed to be in medical and they told you to be in here, you're supposed to be in medical. You're in the wrong place. And so, yeah, I was sitting there, and she's like, we'll call you back when we're ready. And so I sat there for maybe 2 hours, an hour to 2 hours. And I ended up getting called up to the desk with other people. Most of them were going, all of them except for me were going Air Force, and they were getting their eyes checked. I was the only one going Navy and having a cardiology consultation. So yeah. When they called us, we gave them our envelope, our little files, and they said go back, sit in the cafeteria, and you'll wait for your name to be called. So we did, and we sat there for about good 20 minutes, and then they called us, and they gave us our envelopes saying what the phone number is to call when we get done, because we couldn't have our phone. It's like same as medical. You can't have your phone in the back in the medical area, and so I had to sit there and wait, which was not fun. But there was a lot of waiting. And so we left about 8 o'clock. So I was at like the MEPS station already for like 2 hours. And we sat there, and they loaded us up in a van, and They took us to our designated areas where we got our consultation done. Mine was at Medical City, Dallas. And so yeah, I had my consultation. I took about an hour and a half, 2 hours. It's not that long because I had to check my blood pressure and do all that. They also had to make sure, and then I had a big old bruise afterwards on my arm because they had to put saline through my veins to make sure something put like to make bubbles, air and saline. So they had it, and they had it where it was right here, but the person who was doing my IV was really good, and he knew what he was doing. Sometimes you don't get one they don't know what they're doing. So after my consultations, they called the person to pick me up, and I didn't have to wait that long, and I ended up going back to the MEPS station. They said go talk. I did whatever they told me to do. I went to my liaison's office like they told, go bring it to medical. Medical tell you to bring it control desk. The control desk told me to go and bring it to my liaison's office. He said, we can't have you swear in. It's already too late for you to swear in today and choose your job. So you're going to have to come back tomorrow. And so I had to stay another night at the hotel. I waited at the MEPS station till 6 o'clock at night when everyone was done testing or whatever that's going back to the hotel, was going to the hotel to go to the take us to the hotel. And so they did, and we had to stand in an orderly line like elementary schoolers. And they brought us up to the second floor and stuff like that, and I got checked back into the hotel. I did have a roommate again. She was going Navy. She's actually had to go back a second time, and yeah. And found out later on when I was texting her, she got the job she wanted, and she's shipping out the same day I am, so I know at least 2 people who are shipping out with me. But yeah, so it was the same spiel as the first video again for the hotel experience, but it was a lot nicer hotel room than the first time I went. A lot nicer. The second and third nights were, though, a lot nicer than the first. The food was still okay. And yeah. And so I didn't have much clothes with me. I didn't bring 2 pairs because I thought I might have, my recruiter told me I might swear in that same day. I might choose my rate that same day, but I did not. So I had to like mix and match something, but it wasn't really dirty because I changed that afternoon. The afternoon before I had changed for the hotel, and I barely even wore that outfit. So I'm like, I'll just wear this again. Luckily, I brought extra underwear. So yeah. So the next day, when I went and chose my rate, which I'm going to be an OS, found out my ship rate date is July 1st, 2020, which is in 8.5 more months from now. So yeah. And I swore into the DEP program. And so yeah. And they were really nice. They were trying to give me electrician's mate, but I did not want that. And the guy, the liaison, knew I was supposed to have more options for jobs, but they weren't giving it to me. And so he had to make some phone calls. He was like, oh, she should have more options than just electrician's mate. And they're like, oh yeah, she does. Which one she's wanting? And he's like, she's wanting OS. And they barely had any openings for females for any jobs because there's a lot of females for the Navy now. And yeah. After that, he told me to go sit and wait for my name to be called and me to do things, and I did, and I got my name called back, and yeah. And then the next thing is he said, go wait in this little area and you'll get your fingers scanned. They don't have the little ink pads, it's computerized. And I knew what to do actually because forensic science and yeah, helped me out with scanning my fingers and stuff like that. I knew what to do, but sometimes the computer would mess up and I would have to rescan it, and I just leave my hands and fingers loose and let the guy scan them, and I'm like, yeah. So after that, I got filled out more contracts and stuff, and paperwork and stuff like that. And he's like, okay, now it's for you time to sign it, swearing. And I'm like, holy crap. And yeah, and it was crazy when he said that. And so they told me a certain time that I was going to swear in, and then so I called my recruiter and he said, I'll be there. And turns out I swore in earlier than I thought I would. And so, yeah. So I'm like, that's earlier than but I'm happy I swore, and my recruiter ended up coming to get me afterwards. And my recruiter did didn't want me to go to the DEP meeting. He would have given me that option, but he's like, since you woke up 2 days in a row, early in the morning at 3:45 in the morning and going to bed at 10 o'clock the night before, 2 nights in a row. Luckily, the second night I was there, I passed right out. I was tired. My roommate, she said she laid down and she didn't do anything, and I was out, and then she didn't fall asleep till 12 o'clock that night. So yeah. But yeah, my recruiter gave me the option of going to the DEP meeting, but he's like, I'll let you go home. And I ended up coming home and taking a nap. And my mom did not care. She's like, neither did my dad. He's like, you're fine, just go to sleep and take a nap. You're tired, I know you're tired. I barely even ate dinner that night. I was ready to go lay down in bed and go to sleep. So yeah, that was my MEPS experience for 2 days, and for my consultation and swearing in process, and there was a lot more than I remember because this was August 14th and 15th I swore in. And so that was 4 and 5 days before I started my senior year. So yeah. So yeah. So I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Click like, subscribe, and comment down below other video options that when I start fully editing on my laptop and with using my actual camera with my camera, what videos do you want to see more, like Q&As, things like that, and I'll make videos. So yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.